First Sergeant Kep here with Company D, 2nd United States Sharpshooters. On this rather chilly April morning, we're going to show you how to fill out a company morning report. Now, as a first sergeant, this is your primary responsibility, but I feel like anyone from, a new private all the way up should always keep at least one copy of one of these morning reports somewhere in their knapsack, because you never know when you have to fill in for another NCO, or you have to represent your company in getting your numbers. It's always nice to kind of be the guy or gal who's always prepared to fill out their company information. So I'm with our company clerk, Private Hardway. And before we get started, it's always important to have a good pencil. So I whip out my trusty pencil sharpener, and there's First Sergeant Call. This knife is only used for pencil sharpening. Highly recommend them. So we have, zoom in here as we fill this out. We have 4 duty. We don't have any majors. We have 1 captain. We have no lieutenants. We have 1 sergeant. We have 3 privates. We have no one for sick duty or on sick call. This is really good if you do have someone who's feeling ill. Fill it out. Most of the time this is all that gets filled out. So take the time. If someone's sick, have them mark them in here and make sure NCO takes them over to medical later to participate. Extra duty or daily duty, arrest, confinement. Sometimes you'll get this at events. Detached service sometimes happens if another soldier's working with another unit at the time. No one on furlough, no one who's AWOL, and no alterations since the last report. So we just need to make sure we have in our aggregate numbers. Also, if your company hasn't appointed a clerk, highly recommend it. It's a really important impression, and you don't see it a whole lot. There was a lot of paperwork in the military, just like today's modern military. There's a lot of paperwork. There was a ton back then too.
What's
so
today's date?
Today's date is the 30th. And we are in Deep Creek for our station. We are at Union Gap. So this station will usually be your event location.
Signed by you.
And I sign it as the first sergeant.
Captain.
And then we hand it over to the company commander for his approval.
On the back at least.
Huh?
Make sure names are on the back.
Okay, so another thing that you can do is, in our area, we also write everyone's names, so everyone has sort of like an official head count. And also too, if you're a reenacting organization, does stuff for numbers. So we have our privates. So it's also important to make sure you put the ranks down, because this will also let your battalion staff know who has a rifle ready for the field. So that way when they plan their battles for the day, they know how many guns are going to be on the field as they develop their battle plans and their event coordinating. So here's another. So total present for duty, we have 5. So let me give you another close-up. And you can get these in a lot of places online. There are a few Sutlers and Civil War suppliers. You can order a large collection of Civil War document forms that you can keep on hand and give to your company clerk. So that's how you fill out a company morning report.